14. Temperance. A winged angelic figure is shown here pouring liquid from a pitcher held in her right hand to one held in her left. In some versions, a small flower decorates her brow. She is clearly seen to be standing out of doors under an open sky. The image of the virtue of temperance, as a woman pouring water from one vessel to another, is like the image of fortitude and justice, a familiar one from Byzantine and medieval artistic sources. The word temperance in this context is meant in the old sense of the mixing of ingredients in the right proportion. This card is therefore emblematic of the conjunction of opposites. It is assigned the number 14, which in Arabic numerals is made up of the numbers 1 and 4. The combination of unity and the quaternary produces the pentagon, the five-sided figure illustrating organic growth, inspiration, and the reconciliation of several parts in a greater whole. Having voluntarily sacrificed his old self, challenged the power of his shadow side, and won freedom from both conscious and subconscious desires, the seeker has achieved the position of the severed heads, hands, and feet shown in the card Death. Cut off from all links with his old existence, safely rooted in the ground of the new. But as yet he is quiescent, merely the seed of new life. After casting aside all that he has, retaining nothing, he has at last entered a state of complete passivity. He no longer believes in his ego as a point of reference when evaluating the world, and is unable to make any value judgments. At this stage, the angel of temperance appears, filling the void that has been prepared in the seeker's consciousness with the water of new life, redressing the balance between conscious and the unconscious, giving him the advantage of a new and far truer centre from which to act. Until he was prepared to reject both his ego and its shadow, his higher self could only signal its presence from afar. His human personality left no room for it within the confines of consciousness. The angel is sometimes shown standing with one foot in a pool of water. The pool symbolises the depths of the unconscious, and she is thus shown as bridging the gap between the outer and inner worlds. In some versions of this card, blue irises grow by the pool. These flowers are named after the Greek goddess Iris, whose symbol was the rainbow. The complete symbolism of the rainbow, which also appears in some tarot cards, is complex and profound. In one sense, it is the beautiful spectrum of light caused by the radiance of the hidden centre, shining through the shifting mists of the subconscious, and revealing itself to the world of consciousness as a brightly coloured bridge of hope, the bow of promise. The angel of temperance can be seen as a high aspect of the anima, the feminine archetypal power who lives within the seeker's deep unconscious and is the bearer of creative forces from within. She appears here as a mediator between the outer consciousness and the inner self. In one medieval mystical work, she is made to speak thus: "I am the flower of the field and the lily of the valley. I am the mother of fair love and of fear and of knowledge and of holy hope. I am the mediator of the elements, making one to agree with another. That which is warm I make cold, and the reverse. And that which is dry I make moist, and the reverse. And that which is hard I soften." The mundane interpretation of temperance, also known as the angel of time, suggests the flowing of time from the past into the future, the continuity of life and its transference from one bodily existence to another. This can be held to apply to the theory of reincarnation, or to the continuity of consciousness over and above the death and renewal of the cells of the body. The negative aspect of temperance makes her a symbol of frustration, the wastage of creative energy that is tossed back and forth by restricting circumstances or oppressive mental attitudes. This is the evil of prejudice, founded on narrow, constricting rules of life that do not allow adequate expression of the creative forces of nature.